Hello, everybody. CRWC here, CR Wrestling Commentary, and we will be reviewing AEW Collision and Battle of the Belts double event that happened Saturday. Yeah, this is late. This is coming out late. We know Dynamite's already happened, yada yada, some other stuff. It's just that it's AEW is getting hard to care about it. We would care more if we got feedback from you, if we knew how you felt about things, what you wanted us to talk about when it comes to AEW. But I got a working hypothesis, and that hypothesis is that people don't really care too much to hear about match results and what we think about them. They want the backstage drama. They want what's happening in the wrestling quote unquote news. They want to know who's leaving what and why and where and stuff like that. And for me, I can't even see why that's important. It's a job. It's a business. It's not like you hear about, Frank getting fired from his job and then you're like, where is he going? What is he going to do? It's not all like that. So, it's just, I don't know. I would like to really care a lot. It's just not happening. There's got to be more than that. Talk about the matches. Did they do good? Did they do well? Did they do bad? Horrible? There's a lot to talk about. Is that wrestler growing to you? Are they being stunted? What's happening? There's a lot. So that's where I'm at. What about you, Cedra? Are you anywhere? Or are you just like, tell the truth. Where are you when it comes to all of this?
All of the backstage gossip it just gives you a glimpse into what's going on in the ring and why it's going on in the ring. I guess I can get why some people are into that. Some people just like gossip, They like the soap opera likeness of it. They were well groomed by WWE. So.
Oh, no. I'm talking about promos. I'm talking about real stuff.
That's what I mean. The promos and stuff and the way WWE was laid out for so many years was like a soap opera with fighting. AEW is like a real life soap opera with some wrestling. So it's like the chaos of the locker room is the main course, and the wrestling's like an after dinner meal. You don't really need it, but it's there. Okay. And watching the wrestling, with as bad as the booking is, to me that's enough to talk about.
Okay. So we're going to get into this AEW Collision first. That's what we're going to get into. Bryan Danielson versus Andrade El Idolo. Now, here's the thing. Why are they wrestling? There's no beef. There's no thing.
I think this is a Bryan Danielson thing. He's trying to wrestle people he wants to wrestle.
Yeah, I get that.
People who can actually wrestle. He's not signed up to wrestle Matt Buck, is he? No.
It's just, look, these two, they're fluid, they're smooth, they are safe, they know how to handle each other, except for the Mexican chop to Bryan Danielson's face.
Yeah, he chopped him in the lips.
Them fingers caught just enough of him. Danielson to be like, wow. I was like, he chopped him in the mouth. That was funny. It shouldn't happen. It sucks that it happened, but I can't deny hilarity ensued.
It was funny, and he didn't appear to be damaged. I'm sure it stung like a mug, but he seemed to be all right.
I thought the match was good. It should have been. I truly do. I was like, this should have been the main event. just off jump, it should have been the main event. What fell?
Probably the remote.
Okay. Something hit the floor. You was like, man. I'm like, okay. So I thought this should have been the main event because they normally open up with matches that should be in the main event based on the quality of the match. Not so much the outcome, but the quality of the match and what anyone could learn watching that match. But, these two, they did great.
Yeah.
They did great. I honestly am not happy with Idolo doing the backflip into the moonsault. It's expected. It's not a surprise anymore. And that should be something you pull out for big matches. And yeah, Bryan Danielson would be a big match, but since it's for nothing, it's what some would call a throwaway match.
Yeah, I mean, but all of their matches are throwaway matches. Idolo only wrestles people who can wrestle, is what it's looking like so far.
And that's good.
So he doesn't wrestle that often. That's a damn shame.
MJF, he barely wrestles at all. Why? Because the story is to build up to the match. That's his style. Old school. There's arguing. There's a potential scrapping and all this other stuff. There might be some backstage chicanery and things like that. Something might not ever happen, but you bring it up like it did to push the storyline and fuel the fire. And then people are so like, you got to get that fool in the ring. And then once you do, magic. That's usually how that would go. So basically, for this, Bryan Danielson won with the crucifix hold. And look, it was an amazing pinning effort and combination by both parts.
Yeah.
They were not letting go. That was some World of Sports pinning predicaments. They did the indie stuff, but professionally.
And it just looked like he just outsmarted him. That's all.
Yes. It won't like, let's stay locked and roll this way, roll that way. No, they literally changed up things right there on the fly, from one type of pin to another instead of let's stay locked and just do this and then bridge up and go back to chopping. They stayed locked until somebody stayed down.
And it wasn't like Idolo was beaten, defeated.
Yeah.
No.
He wasn't all messed up. No, he got out wrestled. And, and
he looked like it.
Yep, and the better man won that time.
Yeah.
That's what you want to see when it comes to friendly competition.
Yeah.
And it's very entertaining. It pulls you in. But after, Bryan wins, and then after the handshake, the lights go out. Malachi Black spin kicks Bryan Danielson. Everyone is like, oh, and the crowd is happy to see him. And then after that, we get a match, Sky Blue versus Hollywood Haley, who we saw on Netflix on the series called Wrestlers.
Which was good.
Amazing. It was a beautiful documentary. We were supposed to start watching that, but we just didn't, or was it difficult to find? I think, was it Ohio Valley Wrestling? I think it's called.
Yeah, and we were supposed to start watching. They're on YouTube, but we've got a lot.
Yeah,
going on.
We need to find out when they air, and then try to watch. I've been thinking about doing other stuff like Catalyst Wrestling. I've been subscribed to them for a while. I don't watch them. There's a lot of stuff that I don't watch. It's like literally my brain don't have time. I'm watching a lot of
space. They don't have space.
It's just, I got political stuff. There's games that I play. There's wrestling shows that I do. And then these reviews that I want to do, that I love to do, but I don't know what the viewers want me to do. So I don't know. I just, hey, I get up here and talk, and then for listeners, I would appreciate it a lot if you all would, if you like what we do, then share. Let others know. I can't share with people I don't know. That would be spam. You got friends, family or whatnot, or someone you're associated with that might like this kind of thing, let them know, hey, it's here. And if they don't like it, let us know why. Maybe we can improve. You know, that's the idea, right? Growth. Sky Blue comes out. Hollywood Haley is already in the ring. Well, Hollywood Haley.
Yeah, Hollywood.
And I'm like, man, I know she's been trained up, but I also know that she's been stubborn based on the documentary. But it's been so long. What changes has gone in her mind? So, Sky Blue looking very, I ain't gonna lie, emo. Her gear is a little different. I'm liking it. The blue is leaving her hair. She's getting back to brunette. I like the lipstick.
Yeah, lipstick is amazing.
Yes. I'm wanting her to change a lot of her style. I'm waiting on that. That's what I'm waiting on.
Here is what is going to have to happen to Sky Blue for you to get what you want.
Okay, what's going to have to happen?
What's going to have to happen is, if they go through this whole thing to fruition, it's the same thing that happened to Julia Hart.
Yeah.
And then she will have to get retrained.
Yes.
Those are big ifs.
But is she willing to listen? Is she willing to stop her stupid and do something different? Wrestling ain't about moves. That's just it. In wrestling, everyone, look, I'm going to tell y'all the greatest secret when it comes to a wrestling match. You don't need a bunch of signature moves. You get in there and you literally pro wrestle, work up to your finish, and that's it. That's it.
You don't have to do a bunch of bombs and drivers the whole match. You can just put in a nice stiff elbow.
Yep.
Some cross faces. A well-placed stomp to the spine.
A beautiful, strong power slam. Or standing body slam. Or falling body slam.
Or just throw them out the ring like a sack of potatoes.
Yes. Little things. You could call an elbow tie up. Push, push, push. Get that person to the corner. The referee says break. And they're like, all right. The heel is slowly backing up. Gonna break. Smack right across the face.
Yep.
And walk back like, ha ha. The face is going to ball up that fist and go after the heel. The ref is going to get in the way, and people are going to be mad that the ref is holding the face back. And they're going to want to see that heel get, because a lot of people have been slapped, whether they retaliated justly, properly, or whatnot. They know how that feels, and they want justice. Even if they like the heel, it's like, no, you got to pay for that. So it's little things. Little things. Same situation, but on the break, thumb to the eye over the ref's head. That was Teddy Long's thing right there, as when he was the referee. Duck his head, poke over the head to the eye. That was his thing. So for Sky Blue, Hollywood Haley, you got none of that. Sky wins with her finisher. That
terrible finisher that she seemed to barely be able to do.
She did it smoothly, but then I'm like, she's rolled up and it's not even tight. It's like you should, kicking out of that should just be lower your legs and let your weight pull you down. But I was like, thanks for showing up, Hollywood.
Yep.
Thanks for showing up, you know. And and here's the thing, Hollywood is a heel trying to be a heel with someone that's slowly transitioning into an emo heel.
In a match where there isn't enough time to show anything. There wasn't enough time to show Hollywood to show anything.
And Hollywood, I don't think she's ever understood, but she was doing good ring psychology. I think it was, how can I say, happenstance. But she knows what the audience wants and what they like, but she doesn't give them stupid stuff all the time. And she sounds like she's willing to listen. I would like to see others from Ohio Valley Wrestling, but I would like it if the audience could be introduced to that, you know?
Tony Khan can't introduce to the folks he's already got around.
Yeah.
He got to introduce people from outside the company.
Billy Corgan is going to reintroduce the territories. As Jim Cornette said, there's a lot of money that goes into such a thing like that, but it's doable. You get somebody, you start up slow, you have them build that area, that region. Build it up slow, get your fan base, get that audience, hook them. Make sure that your style doesn't go stupid and is interchangeable with top promotions and whatnot. Make sure that that style is adaptable easily. Someone gets retrained, barely have to do anything new. And that way, territories can build credible wrestlers and champions, and then start saying, hey, we're going to send this guy here, yada, yada, yada. I say just keep him off social media. That's what I say. Keep him off social media, and that'd be cool, right?
Yeah.
I think that would help. Yeah, Sky Blue, she needs a different finisher. There's a lot that they don't do in AEW that she got to pick of a lot of finishers. A lot. That suits her size. There's a lot. But she's going to have to change what she does. I get why she does what she does. But like Omega, you've done it for so long, you don't know how to be a different way. And if you did, it's like it would crush your damn heart. Crush your damn heart and move on. Sometimes that's what you got to do. So next we get the Guns versus Outrunners. I'm like, thanks, Outrunners. You know, you are the greatest tag team to put other tag teams over.
Yeah.
You're the George South of wrestling. So, well, George South is wrestling, but still, he was a great trainer and whatnot. Well, he ain't dead, but I'm just saying. This match ends with a perfectly done aided complete shot that they call 310 to Yuma. You know, Roppongi 3K did that move too.
Usually they throw the wrestler off the ropes and then they come with the 310. This one, they just picked him up and dropped him.
And it was like such authority.
It was ugly. Oh, yes, man.
It was perfectly done. Beautiful.
Yeah, the cringe like, dang, man.
The Guns got an awesome intro that should never change.
Yeah, it's real good.
Do not change that intro. Then the lights go out, large screen, the devil, and I'm not talking about Rick Sanchez, all right, and I'm not talking about the devil that he beat up and outclassed, but, you know, the fake devil, the guy that's not MJF in an outfit looking around, and then it abruptly ends, and the fans chant MJF. Whether it's MJF or not, I'm like, what are they building up to? That could be the mystery. See how it's going to go.
Could be.
Then there was a stupid promo moment with Orange Cassidy and Chris Statlander. So she wanted to get a pump, did some deadlifts. So then we got a Memphis Street fight, which was really stupid. Dave Brown joins commentary. So his skills was wasted on this match, even though he was trying to be professional and sound professional. I mean, it's like good voice. He was calling things right, doing some stuff, and then, you know, he had to call this crap. But yeah, it was Jeff Jarrett versus Eddie Kingston. And
it was Eddie Kingston versus Jarrett and company.
Yep. And it was just another concession stand fight, but everything was in and around the ring.
With mustard and blood.
Yep. And Eddie is pinned after everyone hits their finisher on him. And that was about it for that.
Yeah.
More later. CJ comes out, you know, hot and flexible. She comes to the ringside and she watches Action Andretti versus Miro. And I was like, you know, last time Miro had Action hemmed up in an uncompromised position with showing little to no mercy. And it seemed like she should have went to the ring and a fight should have ensued, but it did not happen. So I guess Andretti got away.
Yeah, he got away.
And it was just weird, but okay, do what you got to do. But Miro wins with game over submission, and it was awesome. I enjoyed Miro. The problems I had with this match is Andretti took a devastating beating in the opening part, and then no sales, makes his comeback, gets beat down again, no sales, makes his comeback. Then he gets beat down to the point where he can't do anything. Since he can't sell, he just lays there and take it. That's pretty much what happened.
Miro stomped on his back twice.
Yep.
Which was great.
Loved it. Then we get a backstage epic promo by Eddie Kingston calling out Jay Lethal's government name and damning him for getting in with the clown show and not being who he was. As he said, wrestling was our first mistress and stuff. And you watch CR Fire Pro, he'll say, welcome to my first love. It's been saying that for a long time.
He damned Jay Lethal and said that Jay Lethal's mom would damn him too.
Yep. It's like, not because she sees you getting hurt, but she knows you deserve it. And Eddie, just so real, I hated that medical trainer in the back because he started talking and that smile came on her face. It ticked me off. And I'm sitting here like, I don't know if it's like that nervous smile, like, ooh, this is happening, or
why am I here for this?
Yeah, but that smile, I was like, she needs to be out on the screen. She looks stupid. I wasn't happy with that.
See, that's what directors and producers do. Hey, get out the shot.
Yep, because she made it look like he wasn't serious. And Eddie Kingston is doing an emotional promo to the point where you wonder if he's on the verge of tears. And you can tell it sounds like he's so personally angry with how Jay Lethal has fallen from his grace. I love that type of thing. And calling him Jamal and...
I thought it was Jamar.
Jamar?
So okay. That's what I was hearing. I could be wrong.
Either way,
whatever the man's name was, he was calling his government.
Calling his government. No, we got to have words over that. But still, he's all into this. His heart is into this promo, and she's just back there with that smile, that closed mouth, weird, like she's got mothballs stuffed in her mouth smile. The mothball smile, probably just call it, or the Vito Corleone smile. So after that, FTR versus some noobs. The match starts and quickly lights go out. Malachi Black is in place of FTR. The lights go out. FTR is in the place of the noobs. And all of the House of Black stands opposite. And I thought that was just stupid. They played right along with that stupid mess. And they really shouldn't have. It's like, look, the lights go out. Get out the ring. Or stand back to back. Get ready. They're not doing any of that. It's like, come on, man, I'm like, FTR, you're supposed to be better than this. But they weren't. And it is what it is. That's how I see it, It's just a lot of stuff like this I don't necessarily care to call out only because you just get used to the stupid.
I don't want FTR to be one of the forgotten fixtures in AEW. But if you're going to be hurt, be hurt and take the time.
Yes.
Because, they're hurt. They lost the titles 2 weeks later. We good to go.
Okay. Maybe they had sore ribs. Not broken. They didn't say anything was broken. Hurt is not the same as injured.
This is true.
You can wrestle hurt, but you cannot wrestle injured.
Hit them ribs again. We can see the answer to that question for real.
Yeah. And, yeah, so then I thought it was stupid. Then House of Black beat down the FTR. And this is after Malachi had kicked Danielson in the opening match. What is going on? What's the point? Maybe we'll see later.
Maybe, but at least they're back.
At least.
Losing the titles and then going into obscurity. Shoot, Brody's got a broken arm. We don't even know how that happened.
Oh, he had one or got one?
He's got a cast on it. It says death.
Maybe he had that epic alone time and it just
that's some serious alone time, man.
Yeah,
make you worry for the rest of them.
Hey, you don't get the last name of King for nothing.
It make you worry for the rest of them.
Yeah. You do not want a handshake from him. Oh, that mess gonna be messed up. Just Now you got to explain to your date that a man messed you up. So Okay. So we get to the AEW tag team title match. Claudio and Yuta versus Ricky Starks and Big Bill. The title match. Good match.
Yeah.
Was enjoying this match.
Mm-hmm.
It was lasting a while and I was happy. And I'm going to tell you what I didn't like. The opening screen showing Claudio as the Ring of Honor champion. She was like, why are they showing this? I said, because they don't know shit. They don't know shit.
Big it got 10, 20 feet tall.
Yep.
Ring of Honor champion, him coming out. I'm sure Eddie Kennedy saw they would have had to spit. What the hell I got to do? I done won it and I still hadn't won it.
Yep. It's like, how you win it and don't have it? So then I rose a great match, and then House of Black shows up and aids in the champions retaining. Eventually, BCC and FTR arrive, and it's a brawl with the heels taking over. Goon returns, and the faces make a comeback. The heels on the outside and Malachi taught Ricky into leading the resurgence. Ricky goes in, and the House of Black just pull back. And I'm like, and Big Bill kind of did it too. And I was like, Bill.
He's standing there holding the belt. It's like, come on, man.
I was like, dude, you see him going into the ring. Ricky gets in and he looks back like, what the? I'm like, I'll be honest with you. I get it. It's a heel thing. But that was disrespectful. That's disrespectful. That's something you do when you're going to turn on somebody. When you're going to turn on somebody, you're like, yeah, we just threw you to the wolves. That's what you do. Ricky Starks need to take issue with them. It's like the heels never screw over the heels unless it's a flunky. And then you can like DiBiase and Virgil. Virgil was the flunky. He was the servant, the butler. So DiBiase did stuff that would make you mad. But Virgil would be left to the wolves to get beat up after certain matches and whatnot. That's how Ricky Starks was used. Like he was some weak servant, some sidekick to take the beating and be like, ha, I got him. So he gets into the ring. He catches Shatter Machine. Giant swing with Cash leaping over him for fun. Drop kicked by Yuta.
And then, okay, what is this with FTR
yeah,
and the BCC? Because FTR right now they're not baddies.
Nope.
And the BCC definitely baddies.
They are neutral wrestlers right now. That's what they are.
And look, if you're gonna come out and save me from a whooping, don't come through the crowd slow with your dumbass walk to your music. That's not how you save. Would you go out to save your wife like that? Oh, I'm being raped. Let me hear my music first, honey. The hell?
Oh man, like Bugs Bunny, turn on the water.
Turn on the water.
So, yep. And then we transition into Battle of the Belts. And the ring clears a little, and Orange Cassidy comes out. Cassidy shoulder checks Goon.
It was a good one too.
Yeah, who mushes him while jaw jacking. So that's a thing. And then and then later Orange is like, he got in my face. I was like, that's not exactly how that really went down, but okay.
It's Goon. I don't care.
Yeah. International title match: Orange Cassidy versus John Silver.
He could have lied. So he came out and stabbed me. I was like, yep, he stabbed him. I saw it.
Yeah. I ain't gonna lie, I'll be right there with you. It was a half silly match with the same formula. Cassidy kicks out of all finishes, hits his finisher, and gets the pin.
Yeah. He was
a little more serious at points, and I liked it.
Aggressive. Yeah.
Yeah, aggressive. He didn't do the little light kicks. No, he started laying them in rapidly. I like that. So I ain't down in Orange completely. No. I've been programmed by AEW what to expect. But that doesn't mean I can't see something new. And I saw something new, and it makes me want to see a little bit more of him to see how else he's going to change.
Mm-hmm.
I'm interested.
It seems like having lost this belt and then regained it, it's like, it's not a joke.
You don't know what you got till it's gone. Yeah. He was fighting Silver.
Mm-hmm.
But Silver was putting it on him.
He was.
And I mean, outside of the flippy flip and kicking out all the finishes, it would have been a damn good match. Stop the dives. Use the dives only on the pay-per-view and when it makes sense. More money. You get more people wanting to watch. Because then they got to tune in to the pay-per-view to see you do what you do.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, come on.
Yeah.
You don't put the condom on, pay money, and leave. What in the world?
That's a waste of everything, isn't it?
Yes.
You'll certainly leave the other person confused.
At least get one pump.
What are we doing here? Nothing. Okay.
It's a gas station. Hold the pump well. Make sure you get your money's worth. You're a wrestler. We're the marks. Make us want to see and pay for this. Make us mark out. I want to be a mark. I'm tired of seeing through the shit. But they won't let me. So, okay. Let's go on. But still, I'm curious about Orange Cassidy. Now, backstage, CJ approaches Andrade El Idolo and offers her services. Says that with a little bit of guidance, he could be the best wrestler, maybe the most handsome wrestler in the world. And I had to note, Miro will have words about this. So her job is to go to person, and Miro's jealousy and his protecting her from her worst demons is going to set up all these matches. So that's what's going to happen. Miro's going to win every match. So when she approaches somebody, you already know that person's going to be defeated.
Defeated.
That's the problem. And goes after him after he just lost. Hey, you're going to lose to my husband next. Come on. And you know what sucks? Her whole persona, her identity, her gimmick. And even I couldn't help but think, you know what, Miro? You will never get the credit and limelight that you truly deserve. Miro's good.
Yeah.
So, we get here, okay? Tony Nese and Mark Sterling boring the audience, boring me with a boring promo in the ring.
Hackneyed. Extremely. Because once you've seen them do it once, you've seen it.
And he just, stupid, social
group
exercise.
Group training.
Shit. And I'm like, whoever's going to come out, hurry up and kill dude. So Tony Nese versus Samoa Joe for the Ring of Honor TV title.
So you knew what was going to happen.
So Joe makes short work of Nese, who is now just a pithy shadow of what he could have been. So, well, you can't read over my shoulder. You're behind the monitor.
Really? He needs to get rid of Smart Mark. Whoever put them together.
No, they need to get rid of Tony Khan.
Oh, I mean,
Mark Sterling.
Not gonna get rid of himself.
Mark Sterling isn't bad. Okay. If they guided him and said, "Look, you need to do this and do that, kill the stupid, yada yada," he'd be all right. But there's no direction. That's why everyone is doing this random shit until they figure out what they want to do. And when they figure out what they want to do, it craps on the months and or years of the crap that they were doing.
Yeah, that's true. Think about what they got MJF going through. He got 3 different folks after him at one time.
Yes.
2 from the same nerve faction.
And there's nothing really wrong with that. But you're going to run out of opponents and you're probably setting up a 3 or 4-way, which is stupid.
Mm-hmm.
What you need to do is, okay, you got all these people angry with each other. Have a tournament. Make sure the people in the same faction don't go against each other, but one of them loses to somebody else. After that, the other 2 go against each other. One wins. The winner goes after MJF at the pay-per-view. Yada, yada, yada. It's not hard. It's not hard. So after the match, Joe informs MJF that he has a date with Destiny, and in the form of a foreshadowing gift, Joe promises that he's going to be the next AEW champion. All right, which is good. Then we get to the All Elite Wrestling TBS title match. Willow Nightingale versus Chris Statlander. I thought, how are you going to have Willow lose again? How are you going to keep burying this woman? What else you going to do? That's what I thought.
If I hadn't seen the graphic before the match, I wouldn't have known who was coming out to face Willow, because her Chris Statlander's music is less than underwhelming. The graphics are less than underwhelming. Her gear is less than underwhelming, and then there's her.
Okay, first of all, I still think she looks really good. I still think she's pretty. I liked her gear.
She's a girl. Yeah, she's got all that going for her.
Look, I like a tall, solid woman. That's me.
A tall, solid woman that's wrestling less than solid. We have no idea what her character is.
You're not gonna just let me wear one.
No, we don't know what her personality is. She's changing up from every week. Either she's everyone's best friend, or she's mean girling, and now she's pumping people again. She did that for a while before, then she abandoned it. What the hell are you?
Yep.
Even Sky Blue has got personality enough to know when her personality is changing.
Yeah. Willow and Sky Blue are slowly becoming, I guess, heels maybe. I'm enjoying it. And I don't need it to hurry, but it doesn't need to stagnate either.
Mm-hmm.
Willow comes out with far less enthusiasm in her with her poison. I wrote Willow comes out with far less enthusiasm as the poison decays the once bright persona she had.
You can see it takes some effort. She got to think about it. Oh, that's right.
I'm happy. I'm not so. I'm supposed to be happy. I'm not so happy. Oh yeah, I am happy. It's because she just, as you said, she just walked on out.
Mm-hmm.
Commentary noted this too, so I was happy about that. They said it after I wrote it, and I was like, oh, cool. The match was okay. Statlander hit a Scorpio splash, but she landed fully on Willow's chest and ribs, trying to not land on her own knees. But Chris retained the belt. Willow carried her through that match. It was just terrible.
Mm-hmm.
Cedar, you was mad at the pounce.
She screwed up the pounce. Usually anybody else who's coming off the ropes to take the pounce, they look like they had been accosted by somebody and flying across the ring. No, here comes Chris. I'm gonna slow down, all herky jerky type, and she got me.
It was like that.
She was staring at Willow
too long
as she was slowing down to take the move.
You brace to take the move, but you don't look, and you slow down, looking like what? You turn.
And see, the thing is,
turn at the last second.
Is misdirection.
Yes.
Statlander should have hit the rope like she was finna come off with a clothesline or something. That way, when Willow hit her, she would have went further away, with a clear, better distance. It would have looked better. She would have looked like she was accosted. No, she hit the ropes like she was Riho.
Yeah.
And then a little ugly ass stutter step. Just
a lot. It was a lot. I don't know what's going on.
There was a lot of, Jade wasn't perfect. Not by any means. No, she wasn't. But damn, she had a presence.
Yeah.
When she hit the ramp, you're like, oh man, somebody's gonna get their ass kicked. When Chris comes, it's like, well, somebody's gonna drop another match.
Yes. It sucks. But can anyone deny it? Can you outright deny it? Can someone out there defend Chris Statlander? Defend it. Try.
She has lost her way. Put her back on the ship to Andromeda. She needs to get back to her people.
Damn. She's not an alien.
She needs to get back to her people.
after the match, after Chris retains her belt,
Yeah.
she tries to shake Willow's hand, but Sky Blue runs in and tries to stop it. Willow shakes Chris' hand anyway and then leaves the ring. Sky Blue stays behind, looking annoyed at Chris, but confused about everything else. You know, teenager. We got one.
Indeed.
And then we learn Okada will team with Orange Cassidy against Bryan Danielson and Claudio Castagnoli. And I'm like, why?
Because Okada obviously ain't got nothing else to do over there.
Like, they don't like you over there in New Japan?
I've got nothing else to do, so I'll be here.
Has the land of the rising sun set on him or something? Good grief. Why are you here?
It's so random.
Go over there and be a tall blonde for them.
It's so random.
Yes. They showed Okada, and it was like, you could tell the people was cheering. They wanted to cheer Orange Cassidy, but it's kind of like, they paused like, who the hell is that? You could hear it. I'm like, oh, man. You know, because you would think that anyone that watches AEW, it's like, okay, we know who Okada is.
Maybe it's not a whole lot of New Japan Pro Wrestling watching in Memphis.
And that is most likely. So then we get to a trios tag team title match. The Jericho Rejects versus the Acclaimed. And the Acclaimed won. Just flat in the middle of the ring.
Mm-hmm.
Just, that was it. That was the whole thing. And that was the show. And, hey, 41 minutes. We did well. So we're going to get up out of here. This has been Cedric and Cedric for CR Wrestling Commentary on AEW Collision and Battle of the Belts. Y'all be good, be chill, be safe, and we'll see you next time.